Welcome everybody to the Flopbuster Movie Show live. New episode, ton of cool new things to talk about in the world of movie news. I want to thank you all. We hit 500. Specifically, we're at 502 right now. A ton of our videos are getting a bunch of reactions and really good interaction. So I want to thank you all for tuning in and let's get this started. This is going to be a very exciting episode and it feels good to record the news as it always is. All right, let's get started. How's everybody feeling today? What's up?
I'm on the end.
Oh, you're
It's
on the
a
end
Gabe
again.
Witch.
Oh, I don't.
Gabe
Oh, there we go. Bam. There we go. There we go. Gabe, how you feeling today, man? We hit our milestone.
I know we did. Like you said in the opening, I want to thank everybody for following us and subscribing to us and really being a major supporter of us from like everybody from like the very beginning. So, muchas gracias to everybody.
I agree. Victoria, 500. We did it.
Y'all get to punch Tony now.
Gabe, specifically Gabe. That's what we said.
He's been
Anybody?
saying that forever
We've
since
been-
we hit like 200. And when I say we, I mean you guys. It was
That's-
just you guys then.
That's true. I'm happy. I'm happy that we hit this
It was
milestone.
crazy.
It's definitely crazy that we hit 500, and I really do hope that we can hit the next milestone even quicker than it took us to get to 500. So
It took us what, like 9 months, 10 months, maybe, with a little break here and there last year.
we took a little bit of a break, and then we changed the show a few times. But I think since the change up in June, we've been off to the races, and I think this is the version that everybody can agree is the one that we are happy with. So
Yeah.
I'm proud of this moment. Thank you all for tuning in tonight, and thank you, Cody. Cody's in the chat. Let's get started. Victoria, we always start off with the box office, and what do we got today?
Smile, 22.6 million. Don't Worry, Darling, and The Woman King at 6.8 million. Avatar 22 re-release, back on it, 5 million. And Bros at 4.9 million. What y'all thinking?
There's a couple of things in here that strike me. First of all, Smile. Horror reigns supreme this year. People
Scary.
are immensely happy with how horror is doing at the box office. Smile is the type of movie that had incredibly done marketing. Their marketing was cool. They were all over Twitter. They were at sports, any kind of games that they were at, and they had people in the crowd with
They're
the
right
shirts.
here too. Gabe's there.
There he is, Gabe sponsoring the movie right there. But they did such an incredible job marketing this movie, getting it to 20 million. They got to be happy. They knew they had a hit on their hands. The movie's really fun too. It's a scary movie.
It's scary.
It's really scary, but I thought it worked. I think the biggest loser this weekend, I want to say shockingly, but it's really not because this genre is kind of dying out, is Bros. Bros did nothing. And had Bros come out maybe in the reign of the Judd Apatow Renaissance in the mid 2000s, maybe would have made more money. But I couldn't tell you if there was one time I saw that trailer in a theater because I didn't. I only knew of Bros because I look at movies all day. So that's the biggest loser this
I don't
weekend.
think I saw a trailer.
I never saw a
Ever.
trailer other than the internet. I haven't seen any marketing done for that movie. And I know everybody involved is pretty upset. And I know people out there that really enjoy it. And maybe it'll find its following online. But it was a romantic comedy that did not have star power. And that's what happens. Gabe, what stuck out to you? I mean, this weekend, we had a couple of cool things come out.
Yeah, Smile, obviously. Smile, I have to rewatch it because the crowd I saw it with wasn't the best crowd. So, yeah, but I'll
Lucky there,
rewatch
actually.
it. And then Avatar's still up there, man. I mean, you gotta give Avatar its flowers. We got, it made another 5 million.
Avatar
So-
made another 5 million. I think it's made like 45, 50 million since it's come
mean,
out.
People are ready for Pandora.
People are ready to be back in the theater specifically for that universe. And I think that's really exciting. I think that's really exciting that people are taking their kids and their loved ones and they're going back 13 years later to go see something that they've seen before. And it
Right,
feels
'cause-
new.
Because think about it, right? Maybe these kids have seen it by now, these 13-year-olds, but they've never saw it in a movie theater. They weren't even born. They were born that year it got released. So, these
Yeah.
12, 10 years old, they're bringing them to the theaters to experience it. And
Yeah.
it's a family
And
movie.
it's a family movie. It's a wonderful time if you want to know what like a true blockbuster feels like. This is it. I mean, this is a movie you go to the theater to see. You don't experience it on your tablet or your PC or your smart TV. You got to go to the show. You got to see it. And if you can watch it that way, you won't regret it. I think you'll have a really, really good time. Everything else in there, it's very typical September stuff. Some stuff dropped up pretty hard, but Smile is the biggest winner this weekend, and I think that's really cool for those filmmakers and for horror in general. I mean, we've gotten a ton of original horror movies. Smile is no different, and I'm glad that it was a big hit because I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
So, with that said, Victoria, I guess we could start off with the
Mm.
first topic of the day. This is a carryover from last week too.
I'm excited. Bill Skarsgård is gonna play Nosferatu, and Lily Rose Depp, not Doze Rep, is gonna co-star. It sounds like. Obviously, they are now taking over in pair with Harry Styles and Anya Taylor-Joy. Excited. Robert Eggers again. Focus features. Lots of people producing, like Jeff Robinoff, John Graham, Chris Columbus, and Eleanor Columbus, and Robert Eggers again. He's gonna be so good.
I think he's going to be great, Gabe. I mean, we've been loving everything Robert Eggers has been doing. What are you excited that this project is back on? I mean, what are your thoughts?
I'm excited it's back on. I'm gonna miss Anya Taylor Joy, of course, and I forget the guy. I only remember her. But yeah, I mean,
Harry
I'm not too
Styles.
sure about Lily Rose Depp only because I've only seen her in Yoga Hosers, and that was her first movie that she did. So so I'm glad to see that she's got in other roles. But yeah, I absolutely am excited for a Nosferatu reboot
I'm
or
excited.
whatever it's gonna be.
I think the source material is great to really adapt. I mean, they're going right off of that short film, the short silent film. I mean, they have something to go off of there and go off the actual source of Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is going to be really, really cool. And Robert Eggers, his visual palette is perfect for this. It really is. It's like everything that he's been doing has been a audition tape to make this movie, which he's wanted to make for so long. Bill Skarsgård, I mean, he's
He
great
has
at
the look.
he's got the look. I thought he would be playing the Jonathan Harker type of character, like the Keanu Reeves character in Dracula and so forth. But I'm guessing he's playing Nosferatu. That's what the word
They
is.
said, yeah.
Lily Rose Depp, I think, is incredibly talented. I think people are giving her a bad rap because of the things that go on with her father at the moment in the media. She's obviously has talent. Robert Eggers recognizes, okay, I can't use Anya Taylor Joy on this. She's off doing other things. She's got a very busy schedule. Like, this is the person that I picked, and this is the person I want to use. And I know she's got another show right now coming to HBO that looks great called The Idol with The Weekend. I think she's
Oh,
a
really?
talent to look out for. So I'm happy with this casting. I don't think it's a downgrade. I
Not
think
at
it's a
all.
cool what if with Anya Taylor Joy. I For so many years we heard this movie, and it would have been awesome having her in it. Now that she's not in it, I'm cool with Lily Rose Depp.
You were even up for Harry Styles being in that movie.
Yeah, Harry was up for it, but I know Harry Styles doesn't. I think he's taking a break from acting after all
Forget
that.
Harry Styles. He canceled today's
Hard.
show.
He's in every show now.
No,
Ah, man.
his concert today was canceled here in Chicago.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, he canceled it.
Chicago,
Yeah,
they
we were just
pushed it.
reading about that.
Good thing we weren't
But
there.
I want to
Right,
recognize
right.
Connor's in here real quick, man. Thank you too, man. We're really excited about the 500. We really are. It's been awesome. But I am immensely excited about Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. I know it's going to be great. I don't know what his spin is going to be. I know he's taking it medieval and it's going to be different, but I know it's going to be awesome, and that's all I care
He
about.
loves the Skarsgårds.
He loves those Skarsgårds, and thank God the Northman became a hit on
Mhm.
Peacock, because I don't think we would be having this conversation had that movie not picked up on streaming. And the movie did immensely well on streaming, and this is the opportunity we get now. Another great Robert Eggers film. So I'm down for it. I'm excited. Awesome. And then I guess with that, we'll move on to the next one. This one's pretty cool.
Ooh.
David Harbour as Santa Claus in Violent Night. I actually don't know when this one comes out.
December.
People are seeing it this weekend at New York Comic Con. I know Not that much.
December 2nd.
Gabe, I'll let you take it off first, man. I mean, I showed this trailer off to you. We knew this movie was coming. We've been hearing about it for some time. What do you think?
It was such a fun movie to see, or trailer to see, because I haven't seen it obviously. But as based off the trailer, it's gonna be violent, gory, and fun. It's from one of the producers of Bullet Train, which is so far my number one movie of the year. So
Yep.
I got a lot of Bullet Train vibes off of it, as far as like the action and the pacing was concerned, just off that 2 minute trailer. Uh, and I'm in for it. And I told you in the chat, it has Johnny Legs as the bad guy. Sign me up. He was like, this is what I want for Christmas. Big old like shooting the guns. I'm in. I am in. I'm
It looks
totally
great.
invested in this.
It'll probably be a good Krampus double feature.
It would be. It would be. And I like when there's Christmas movies that take the genre and spin it on its head. Have we seen this story before? Yeah, we've seen this story before. But have we seen it with David Harbour as Santa Claus?
No.
We haven't. Have we seen it with the guys that have choreographed the fighting in John Wick and Nobody and Hardcore Henry and Bullet Train? Have we seen it with those that group of people? No. And people that were involved in those movies are involved in this movie. And I think that's awesome. And that's what I want to see. That's what you want to see. I think David Harbour has that perfect grizzled look and feel in everything that he's done. I think it's a shame that his Hellboy was not a hit because he was very good in Hellboy. The movie just wasn't. And it sucks, but he was awesome. And I think this can be really cool if this turns out to be a hit for him. And everybody I've talked to, it was just blown away by that trailer set to Christmas by Darlene Love. I think it's the perfect song for the trailer. It's perfectly tongue in cheek. The violence that they do show, awesome. The effects look cool. This is from the looks of it, a perfect December watch, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see it, man.
Yeah, the movie poster reminds me a little bit of Goldberg's Santa Sleigh type.
Oh, that's
Santa Claus.
yeah.
Is that the one with the wrestler?
Yep.
Yeah, Goldberg.
Yep. Yeah, we watched Dead Meat covered that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, oh my god, we need to actually watch this, I think.
Yeah, no, we should. This looks great, man. We haven't really. I like when we get action movies like this that are just sort of all about the practical effects and the fighting and the choreography, and that's mainly the star. That's what you go there to see. The story is kind of secondary. I mean, it's like Bullet Train or a John Wick. Like that's the stuff that you want to go into.
Right,
So,
like when you go see a Transformers movie, you're going in there to see two robots beat each other up. This is the type of movie that you're gonna go see. You're gonna go see two people just go themselves and just shoot the shit out of each other.
yeah, I mean, Santa Claus has got a little Santa powers, but I like that it's still the things that they're doing with it. It's like very traditional, but it just so happens that he's turned it's Santa Claus, but he's kind of jumped into this sort of Die Hard-esque action movie. So I think that's very cool. I'm excited. I think
I
it's
like Christmas horror movies. Not a lot.
there's not a lot, and we have this cool Christmas action movie. When was the last Christmas action movie?
Release the Weapon.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Krampus.
Maybe that's a horror movie though.
There's a bit of action with the gingerbread.
That's true. That is true. I guess let's jump into this one. This is a big one that came out today. In fact, just a couple hours ago.
It's me.
I was debating whether I was going to do it or not.
Just do it in
Super
a Chris
Mario
Pratt
trailer.
voice.
Chris Pratt, Seth Rogen, Jack Black, all the above. Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yes,
So you don't
Anya
see in the
Taylor-Joy.
trailer at all.
Charlie Day is Luigi. Keegan-Michael Key is Toad.
First of all, Charlie Day. He's hilarious.
He is hilarious. I love Charlie. I've been a huge fan of Charlie on It's Always Sunny for, probably since I was in like 7th grade. I thought this trailer was cool, man. I thought it was cool. I really I don't have much notes. I put up 2 videos about it. I think it looks really cool. I like Illumination.
Watch the videos.
Watch those videos. I think the algorithm, needs to help it out a little bit. But I like what I'm seeing here. I thought the trailer was beautifully animated.
Mhm.
I think Chris Pratt's voice, he's doing the Brooklyn accent. He only says 5 words in the trailer, and the internet is shitting themselves because they just want him to be bad. And they're in this weird predicament right now because the movie looks so good, but they're still so mad that he's Mario. For me, they were always going to get star power with this movie. It was going to happen. It's him. His voice sounds pretty good, but I think Jack Black sounds awesome in this. And I think the story looks perfectly Mario. Everything, Nintendo being involved is a total blessing because this looks like the games in all the best ways. So, Gabe, I'll pass it to you, man. But I was pleasantly surprised by this trailer.
To shout out to my cousin Hector for saying this in our chat, but I hope somebody grabs a penguin and just throws it off the ledge, just like you would do in the video game.
I agree.
But this movie looks. I want to hate it, but
why? Because you
I'm
love the original with John Leguizamo so much?
No. I mean, that one's good, but I want to hate it just because it's Mario. I mean, I'm not the biggest Nintendo supporter.
You're a contrarian.
I'm not.
I think deep down you just want to hate things.
But this trailer looks good. It looks nice. It's Illumination. It does
Apple
the
has stock
minions
in
and the
Nintendo.
Gru. So
Wait, what did you say?
It's because Apple has stock in Nintendo.
Is that true? Is that why you want to hate this?
No.
I didn't even know that. App Store now.
The what?
Games are on the App Store.
Oh, they've been on Android too, though.
No, I agree. I think it's got a great look. The animation looks cool. Illumination. I mean, man.
I'm just wondering, is King Koopa because he grew to be like 7 foot tall over the other Koopas?
Yeah.
Like, why is Bowser like so freaking like 10 feet tall and like his minions are all like 2 feet tall?
Steroids.
I guess.
Yeah, it's steroids, man. No, I think it looks cool. I think
it does.
From what we've seen, they showed a little clip. They give you just enough of the story. Jack Black highlighting his Bowser, and it sounds cool. This movie's gonna make a killing. It's gonna.
Dude, forget the movie. That merchandising is gonna make a killing. Can you imagine how many stuffed penguins are gonna be selling from Mario Brothers?
And Universal Studios
are so freaking cute.
Think about it. The movie's coming out just in time with Universal having Nintendo Land open. The merchandise of this movie is going to be insane. The box office is going to be insane. And if the word of mouth is good, that's only going to heighten everything for everybody involved. So I think it looks cool. It's definitely geared towards kids, and it's going to have that Illumination humor.
I just hope there's a scene that says like, "It's me, Mario."
Is that what you want him to sound like?
Yeah, I want him to sound like that.
I think if he would have done that, people would have been like, why would you do that? Why are you doing a stereotypical Italian voice? And everybody would have been mad more than what they are right now.
And Mario needs to talk with his hands like a beast, and a spaghetti meatballs.
Talking about Chef Boyardee. But no, I think this looks cool, man. I think this looks really cool. And I think fans should be happy that they're finally getting a Mario movie with Nintendo involved. Because Nintendo was like, we're not letting anybody touch this unless we have a big say over it.
But Nintendo, you know what though? Nintendo's copying a page out of Sega with Sonic. I mean, I think that as huge of a hit the Sonic movies have been, Mario was sort of like, okay, let's enter this game and let's do our Mario movie. Which it's gonna blow Sonic's box office out the water because it's Mario.
Right, this is Mario.
Everybody and their mama loves Mario, So
this movie's gonna destroy. It's gonna make a shit ton of money. But it looks cool, man. It looks cool. This was their time to really show off what they've been working on, and I think they've done the right thing. It looks pretty damn cool. So, I guess we can move on. What's the next topic of the day?
New Black Panther trailer highlights the Atlanteans and Ironheart.
Oh yeah, Black Panther. I did a trailer reaction of that too. Gabe, since everybody already knows my reaction to it, I'm going to pass it to Gabe. Gabe, what did you think of the new trailer?
I liked it. Obviously, I'm still hyped for this movie. Every time I think I have superhero fatigue, right? There's always a trailer that always gets me right back and just like gets me back into like superhero mode. And I feel like there's gonna be a proper send off to Chadwick Boseman to this. It feels that way. It feels great to see, Namor. He has, the wings on his ankles. I forget what they're called. But I'm hyped up for this. I got hyped up watching the newest trailer. I'm all in for it.
I'm in, man. And I'm with you. It's like The Godfather Part 3. Michael says, right when I'm out, they pull me back in. That's what they do. That's what Marvel does. It seems like they know when people are getting fatigue and they're like, all right, maybe we change it up just a little bit. I think everything in here looks cool. I think Ironheart I've been waiting for that. That seems so awesome. I love that take. I love that. Namor. The things that they're setting up, and I almost made a video on this. There's so many theories right now that Doom is going to be involved in Latveria because Doom is the dictator of his own nation, and he
Mhm.
does get involved with the Atlanteans and the Wakandans in the comics all the time. And there's a good theory going around that he's pulling the strings to cause the civil war between the two. That would be perfect. That would be awesome. I think that would be so cool if they do that. But other than that, the footage in this looks great. I like this world. I like what Ryan Coogler has done. I really hope it pays off. I know we've heard everything under the sun about the production issues, and then sadly Chadwick passing. They need a win. I think this movie is going to kill. It's going to be awesome. So I've
Yeah.
been there. You know, as the saying goes, make mine Marvel. I feel like I have fatigue a lot, and then I end up always liking most of the things I see, even if
And
they're like not my favorite.
it reminds me of like gang war in a sense. And the reason I always say that is because they got the blacks versus the Mexicans, and so that's gonna be fun to see.
It's fucking West Side
Every time
Story.
I see that trailer, I think they're avatars. I'm
Right,
like, are
the
they crossing
Atlanteans.
over? And then I'm like, oh shit, no, this is like.
So the Atlanteans can't breathe on land, so they turn blue. And then they have like the face guard because they can't breathe on land, so their skin turns blue because of the oxygen levels. So it's
And
only in the water when they're like normal
Namor's a
color.
mutant, so he's able to like really go back and forth.
Yeah, Namor's still brown in and out of water because he could do both.
Yep. Somebody said, what were you watching? It's true. My mother does like Mario. And then, not that bad, says Bowser should have been played by Hulk Hogan. That would be awesome, but I think he would have tried to drop the N word at least once. And I don't think
Hulk Hogan is
that
still
kids
canceled,
would-
unfortunately, at this
He's still
point.
canceled. I don't think he can come
He's
out of
canceled until his Hulk Hogan movie comes out with Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. That movie's been in the works for like what feels like 10 years. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
I don't know. He was working out. Chris Hemsworth put those freaking big python things of Hulk Hogan with him.
That dude's huge. Chris Hemsworth is big, man. Let's go on into the next one. I don't know, Gabe. You seem like you might like this.
El Muerto.
There we go. I was gonna say let Gabe pronounce it because I don't want to butcher it. Gearing up for box office success. Bad Bunny's gonna be playing the main character, which slay first of all. And the script is gonna be written by Blue Beetle writer Gareth Dunn Alsoser.
Sure.
He's probably I don't know.
It's Alfonso Cuarón's son.
Alfonso Cuarón's son, yeah. He's
okay.
He co-wrote a couple of movies with Alfonso.
He did.
Too. Okay, this is a weird one. This is weird. I've been thinking this is weird. I mean, Bad Bunny is an entertaining actor so far. I liked him in Bullet Train. I think he's just got a great charismatic personality. I like him as an entertainer a bunch. Weirdly enough, they have some really talented people involved behind the scenes. I've heard great things about Blue Beetle. Obviously, they thought the guy who wrote Blue Beetle must have been good because they got him to write this movie. Muerto is such a non-character in Marvel. This is basically just a vehicle that they found for Bad Bunny to star in. And that's what we're going to go see this movie for. We're seeing it for Bad Bunny, not because there's this huge fandom in the world for this character who fought Spider-Man in a wrestling ring. It's really it. But this is a movie that's happening. They're far in production. It's going to happen. Gabe, I guess you're probably the number one fan right now.
I am. How do you not know El Muerto, man?
Don't act like this. Don't act like he's fucking like Bane or the Wolverine or something. Like everybody in America should know who this is. Nobody knows who this is.
Everybody knows who El Muerto is.
Who?
Everybody
Bullshit.
Who's Latino knows who El Muerto is.
That's crazy. Nobody who's Latino knows who that is.
Yes, they do.
I feel like you Googled him right before the show started, and then you came onto the show ready to defend this. And
I'm not defending it because look, as much as I like Benito, listen, Bad Bunny, Benito, I love me some Bad Bunny, right?
And he's somebody mentioned not that bad, and he's a pretty talented pro wrestler. He's a
championship wrestler. He's won championship belts. He's a former champion. So yes, he does know wrestling. My only issue with this, right, is that El Muerto is 6'4", 265 pounds. Right? That's his comic book variation. Bad Bunny on a good day is 6 feet, 150 pounds. So unless he's putting on over 100 pounds of muscle, like he's gonna be a very skinny wrestler. I don't know if they're gonna CGI him, maybe bodysuit him.
Steroids.
But you're right. But Benito, he's a little bit small to play in Muerto. Now, I like like you said, he's very charismatic. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
He has a wrestling skill. So we know wrestling's not gonna be an issue with Bad Bunny. He has the skills.
He's entertaining. Clearly, they must be excited. Sony's just greenlighting anything that has anything. Like, what do we have that's associated with Marvel? And they're just gonna fucking greenlight it. But
Right.
I think having Bad Bunny on their side and having these filmmakers involved is certainly a highlight.
What we're also forgetting, it's going to be the first Latino superhero for Marvel. Like the first Latino-led superhero movie.
Latino-led one, yeah.
Latino-led.
But I mean, I guess Werewolf by Night, which isn't a feature, just a TV special, that technically has a Latino lead in there as well. But
it does, but
this will be the first official theatrical one. Yeah,
right.
No, it's true. I mean,
to counteract DC's Blue Beetle,
and it's Bad Bunny out of all people. Who hates Bad Bunny? How can you hate him? Not that bad joining us. What's up, man? Terrifier 2. I'm seeing it tonight.
Another bad
audience. 2 for 2, a bad audience.
Getting lucky lately.
God damn, Brett. I'm not jealous, man. I don't envy you.
A lot of theaters here have an after 9.
I think it's after 7. You have to be 21 or older.
Period.
Yep. So those are the only ones I go to.
Listen, unfortunately, Goodwill, your first mistake was watching Terrifier 2. So.
Listen, we can never have that filmmaker on here because this man has this weird hatred for Terrifier. We will never be able to get an interview now. That sucks. But yeah, I think El Muerto is, it's a thing that's happening and Bad Bunny's in it, and I think it is going to see the light of day for sure. And
of course.
Hey, I'll be there just to see his performance, man. He's going to be leading a movie. Let's see how well he does. I'm there for it.
Yeah, he was good in Narcos Mexico.
He was in Narcos.
Story arc.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot
Didn't
he was
have
in
a mild part in Fast and Furious 9.
He's in a flashback. He just gives Dom a hug. That's really it.
Yeah, that's really it. Connor said that Marvel has this thing with Lucha Libre, and they do. I have the Funko Pops that they did with Marvel, the Luchadores. So they got like the Hawk and like Luchador mask and all that. It's pretty cool stuff.
Awesome. Let's move on to the next one.
Shotgun Wedding. New trailer. It's coming out January. Looked pretty good. I like the music they chose. I don't know the name of the song, but I was telling you I liked it. But it was good.
So I was pointing this out to Victoria because I've seen others point this out. The 3 queens of the romantic comedy have made a comeback to resurrect the romantic comedy from the dead in the year 2022. That's not Angelina Jolie. Jesus, I don't even know what she's doing.
Angelina Jolie.
Jennifer Lopez, twice with Shotgun Wedding, which is in January technically, but she didn't marry me earlier in the year. Sandra Bullock, America's Sweetheart, she did The Lost City with Channing Tatum. And then Julia Roberts and George Clooney have Ticket to Paradise, which is already making a ton of money overseas. I think it's crossed 50 million already, and it's not even over here yet. It's making really good money. And now we have Jennifer Lopez with another one coming out. And I think this looks fun. This looks like a movie that should have come out in 2004. 2009. But the twist that they put in the trailer, it's a fun watch. It seems like a fun watch, perfect for Amazon Prime. So I'm there for it. Jennifer Coolidge is in the trailer. She's always funny. I love Jennifer Coolidge.
Someone said make her the next James Bond.
Sure. Somebody's got to do it. Gabe, what do you think of this trailer, man? What do you think?
Hey, you know what? Romantic comedy, you know me, count me in. Jennifer Lopez, even count me more in. Josh Duhamel, he's easy to look at as well. So, yeah, why not?
You get a man crush on Josh Duhamel?
He's a very beautiful man. I mean, it's not as big of a crush as I have on Jared Leto, but it's up there.
Disgusting. I'll take Josh Duhamel any day, man. Josh Duhamel for Morbius. Josh Duhamel for James Bond, but no British accent. It's just whatever accent that he has, his Southern American accent. This trailer is cool though, and I really
think he's from Montana.
Is he?
Yeah.
Was he married to Fergie?
Yes, he
Is.
was.
Is
Oh,
was or
was?
is? Are
Was.
they together? Was. Huh.
Man, you need me to get you. Should I make like a special celebrity gossip? Who's with who? Like
Just
a
make
little
a
segment,
chart. Right.
a little chart. Who's with who?
Right. But yeah, I think this is a good trailer, man. I think this is a good trailer, and it's we've been missing these kind of movies. And I
We
know the
have.
audience, listen, the audience did not show up for Bros, but it's not really the movie's fault. We've heard a ton of amazing things about that movie. Fact of the matter is, right now, the only saving grace in the landscape of movies at the moment at the box office are big star driven projects like a Top Gun or Ticket to Paradise that's coming out and it's making a killing, or Bullet Train, or big superhero things. Unless you're a horror movie, because those things are bulletproof and they come out and they make money either way because audiences love horror. But this is perfect for Amazon Prime. I think it really is, and they're really charming. This trailer really charmed me, man. And I think it's the perfect sort of January watch.
It is. It definitely. It's gonna be nice there in the middle of winter when you got nothing to do. Really, there's not a lot of movies in January. You could sit down, cozy it up, with your
Some wedding
bouquet,
hijinks. That's it,
some
man.
wedding hijinks, and some
Yeah.
tropical paradise. Get some hot chocolate. You're good.
You good? Get some. Yeah, exactly.
Little
And then
hanky
Gabe,
panky under the blankets with your bootang.
and then Gabe will cuddle up with his Josh Duhamel pillow. His pillow. Those giant ones, the body pillows. Yeah.
Listen, I have a rock body pillow, so I cuddle up with the rock every night.
That's not good. All right, let's move on. Here's another romantic comedy.
Lindsay Lohan's Falling for Christmas. First poster, which I don't think this is the poster.
It's not. I put the wrong picture in there. Imagine the poster for Falling for Christmas. But here's the good thing. Romantic comedies. Romantic comedies, they're a thing that we think are dead, but somehow, somewhere, somebody's going, you know what would be cool if we brought back this genre where women are, having a great life and they're like, man, I need a guy
Where
to make
women
my life
aren't being
even.
traumatized.
Yeah, they're just living their life, having a good time, and then they fall in love. That's the best genre, man. That's just a feel-good genre. And Lindsay Lohan is doing, the classic sort of Overboard thing. This sounds like Overboard. I'm kind of there for it. I'm here for the Lindsay Lohan renaissance.
Oh, it's not even called Falling for Christmas anymore.
Oh, they changed it? They
called
must have
Christmas
just
Time.
changed it.
Christmas time.
It's called Christmas Time now. But Gabe, we talked about this before. She signed
I
a
couldn't
deal.
find it.
She signed a deal with Netflix, a 3-picture deal, and they're all in on this Lindsay Lohan.
I'm happy for that.
renaissance.
Yeah.
I'm happy for it. I really am.
Give me a
I think
Lindsay
it's
Renaissance.
awesome, dude. Jesus, allergy season for me sucks because when I do the show and I'm talking so quickly, my throat is just dry and I'm just
Take a
coughing
breath.
and
You
hacking.
need a saltwater gargle.
Is that what I need?
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool, man. I think I love when actors, get that second chance and they're really talented like her. She's so charming and she's always been that way. In movies that, man, Mean Girls or Freaky Friday, she's such a joy and a highlight. And it's really cool that she's back in it and
Don't
sober.
forget
and
Herbie the
making
Love
movies.
Bug. Herbie Fully Loaded.
That's a fun movie. That's a fun movie.
never
Herbie
seen
Fully
that.
Loaded with the great Michael Keaton as her dad in that one. Yes.
Listen. I'm so glad that we live in a day and age, and I miss the '90s and the 2000s. I do, right? But back then was so toxic for celebrities, where if you did something wrong, right, in their eyes, whatever it was wrong, right, back then you were canceled. And for some reason, her, coming out as, gay, and then the drunk driving and all this other stuff, like completely canceled her out for some reason. And now we're living in a day and age where there's redemption arcs. And I feel like it's time for her to be fully redeemed and let her come back into acting and be a part and bring us some joy with what her acting style. And I think that we've all missed Lindsay Lohan in that regard. The same way that we've all missed Britney Spears and her making like music. Like why these girls, like why are we canceling these girls and not like certain people, certain guys and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Like
It's true.
And we're gonna talk about one of the guys that should be canceled a little bit later on in the show. But Lindsay Lohan, Will Smith.
Oh, okay. I was like, who are you talking about? Like,
But,
who's he having
but
on the
let's
show?
bring back Lindsay Lohan fully. Let's get her on, the big screen. Let's get a new Britney Spears album. I don't know. Bring these girls back. Bring the early 2000 girls back.
I'm with you, man. And again, this is the perfect like November movie. Like you have a dinner or a Friendsgiving, and you kick back after some leftovers, maybe some dessert, and you put on what's it called, Christmas time now?
Yeah.
You
Christmas
put on
time.
Christmas time, and that's what I like. I mean, romantic comedies are the perfect, just like kick
Feel
back,
good story.
relax, feel good movies. Yeah. And then we don't make them anymore. But now they're saying, you know what? Maybe we should. Maybe there's a home for these things. So I'm there for it. What do you think, Victoria? I mean, you like Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like I want to see a trailer.
I want to see a trailer. I think there's a chance it
It'll
looks
be
like a
good,
Hallmark
like,
movie, but
Probably like Last Christmas.
I like
maybe.
Last Christmas. That's a
Not in a
good
bad
one.
way.
I like that one.
Listen, you guys know every single holiday season, Netflix releases like a romance, Christmassy story, and I'm there for them every single Friday. I'm watching all of those, so
The
definitely
first one up.
excited for this.
3 a.m. Gabe's there.
Yeah.
All right. This is the next one. I guess this is what you said. What was so controversial?
Yeah. This.
And Emancipation from Apple TV.
Okay. One, these are two things I guess Gabe is going to find controversial because it's from Apple TV, and he hates Apple TV for some reason. So I guess he's going to give the most biased answer ever. But I do think the trailer to this is pretty damn good. I love Anton Fuqua. I think he's a great director. I think he gets a bad rap, and he gets stuck making the sort of action movie junk food movies that you would expect. Like what's the one with Denzel that he did? The Denzel one when he what's the
I'll
movie?
watch Denzel Washington movies.
Why don't you watch Denzel Washington movies? What's the Denzel
Overrated.
what is it? What's the fucking Denzel?
Man on Fire.
No, that's a great movie. That's Tony Scott. What's the Denzel Washington movie? Why am I blanking? What he saves Chloe Grace Moretz. She's a prostitute. He did too. The Equalizer. Well, why couldn't I think of the fucking title? He's done like
because they're all the same. All Denzel Washington movies are the same.
I'm not gonna let you talk about Denzel.
Just insert a different title in a Denzel movie, but the plot's all the same.
Don't you like Training Day?
Yeah, but that's
okay. So it's not all the same.
I don't like it for Denzel though. I like
why don't you? Wait. You love his son, but you don't like him?
Oh, his son is fucking awesome. I think his son is a great actor.
Jesus
but yeah,
Christ.
I don't like Denzel. Denzel plays the same role. Every single movie, Denzel plays the same role.
This isn't true. This is not true.
It's true.
Let's talk about this.
Denzel is the same in every single movie.
Disgusting. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this at all. He's one of the greatest actors of his generation. Okay. Emancipation. I think it's a solid trailer. They're definitely putting it out there to push Will Smith for the Oscar race. Although I don't believe he can be nominated.
He can't.
From what I remember, he's banned from ever being nominated.
10 years.
Okay. They could change their mind. I think it's a really good trailer. We know Will Smith is the most charismatic actor on the planet when he's not slapping somebody in the face. He is. He's the guy.
This trailer slaps, bro.
It's a good trailer, man. It's a
good
trailer.
The trailer slaps.
But I got. I don't know, Gabe. What do you think? Because I think there's a crowd of people that go, he can't come back. It's too early. And there's another crowd of people that go, the American audience doesn't really care. They don't care about the slap. Like, it's a thing that happened and they forgot about it. Twitter's the only thing that remembers this, and obviously the Oscar, the Academy. I don't know. I'm caught in the middle on it. I do think he should get some kind of redemption, but what he did was pretty embarrassing too. I don't know.
I feel like this movie cannot be Oscar bait because he has a 7-year ban from the Academy. So no matter what he does within these 7 years, he can't be nominated for an Oscar. He also resigned from the Academy. So again, he cannot be, he himself cannot be nominated for Best Actor, whatever the case may be.
Right.
As far as the movie is concerned, yeah, it does look good. I think that, like we said, we're excited to see this. It looks like a great story. It is based on a true story in the, during the Abraham Lincoln days, the Emancipation Proclamation age. So it's a good story for people to know and to read up on. But as far as Will Smith as a person, as a character for this, I think it's too early for him to come back. I'm part of the people that think it's too early for him to come back. I know he's apologized, but he hasn't even talked. All his apologies has been on social media. He hasn't even talked to Chris Rock. Chris Rock is not ready to talk to him and move on. Even Chris Rock has said it himself. He's like, I'm not ready for that. I don't want to talk to the guy. So if he hasn't apologized in person, why are people ready for him to come back? Like, no, wait until all the other stuff happens. So
You raise a good point. I mean, commenters, chat, everybody watching, what do you think? Do you think it's too early for Will Smith to come back? Do you think most people don't care and just let the dude come back? What do you think? I still think Will is one of the best, stars on the planet. I think he's a guy that has more charisma in 1 ounce of his body than most younger stars do. But what he did was kind of
so that's my
it's a
question,
big
right?
situation
Is Lindsay Lohan took what 15 years for her to sort of come back on Netflix, right?
because
For
of what
drunk
she did was
driving.
self sabotage, right? It's her
Uh,
own personal demons. She didn't
It's
hurt
all personal
anybody.
demons.
Yeah, right.
So you get blacklisted in Hollywood for your own personal demons, but you could go on stage on live TV and slap a man and start swearing and all this shit and come back within 8 months. Is that a double standard?
No,
I
you
mean,
raise a good point.
It's called being a man in Hollywood.
You raise a good point. I mean,
You know.
there's a lot of controversial
Don't
things
get
that are
me
going
started,
on. I mean,
y'all.
Shia right now.
Get
get us
started.
canceled.
Get started, Victoria.
we
You're
talked
too
about-
quiet sometimes. Get started, Victoria.
we
Because
talked
men just piss me off. Come on.
well, we talked about Shia and that situation. That's a totally different one. But I don't know. I don't.
Still hit somebody.
He
Kind of
still
the
hit
same
somebody.
situation.
Maybe they should replace him with Chris Rock. Maybe Chris Rock should be
Or with The
digitally
Rock.
replaced in
Chris
Emancipation.
Rock is a phenomenal dramatic actor when given the chance.
When given the chance, I would say he was on one of the most recent seasons of Fargo. I thought he was really good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I mean, do you think Will Smith is worthy of another chance?
Like
Should
this
he
video
be,
if you hate all men.
should he be nominated? Should the Academy let him back in? Because I know Anton Fuqua, that's a dude that's really banking on getting a nomination. I've heard the word on the street
They know
is
what they're going into.
I've heard this movie's really good, and it's a shame that he did that. So, and I think this was already shot by the time that he did the slap. But what's up, Jay? We're gonna see Terrifier 2 later. I know me and Victoria are
Like an hour.
in like an hour. New Jack City is a great movie, man.
I love New Jack City. It's spooky.
It's a great movie. Let's move on to the next one. What do we have? We're only 42 minutes in, huh? We've been kind of clearing through everything, haven't we?
More Bill Skarsgård. Crow reboot. Oh my goodness. Rob's production. And it's finally going to be released. We don't know when. But I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, this is a movie that's
I just like Bill.
This movie's been in the works for a very long time, right? Like, this is a movie that's gone through so many different iterations. They've tried and tried. Jason Momoa, Tom Hiddleston. I forgot who else. There's been a ton of names attached to this.
Right.
And then Bill Skarsgård, and everybody goes, okay, that movie's never going to get made. It's done. It's wrapped.
Don't leave him alone.
No, it has nothing to do with him.
No, I know.
Everybody was so, just tired of hearing about this movie because it would start production, stop production, start production, stop production. Gabe, what do you think? Are you ready for another iteration of The Crow? Do you think it's time? Do you think people are interested?
Yes and no. Me personally, I feel like The Crow is perfect just the way it is. You know me, I'm all for reboots. I'm all for, sequels, and I'm all in for from the majority of this, right? But there's something about The Crow. There's a couple of movies to me that I hold sacred in my heart that I feel like should never be touched. The Exorcist is one of them. And The Crow for some reason, and I know The Crow for some reason, Brandon Lee was just so perfect in that role.
It's great.
It's so iconic, right? And I don't know that they'll ever be to replicate that magic that first one had. And I thought the closest could have probably been Jason Momoa, only because of how charismatic Jason himself is, right? And the way that he looks, the way that he carries himself, I was like, okay, I could see Jason Momoa, doing this. Bill Skarsgård, he's a great actor. I just do not see him in that role for The Crow, and so because of that, I feel like, all right, well, don't touch it now. Just leave the original Crow be as it is, But Hollywood's gonna Hollywood. They're gonna reboot it, sequel it up, or do whatever the hell they want. I'm just gonna reserve most of my judgment on this until I see a trailer for this, and then I'll just base it on that.
Same. That's where I am. I think the source material is so beloved, and people hail it as some of their favorite works in the comic book medium. So I think there's something to jump off of there. The '90s movie, I think, is a classic. I think it's great. Brandon Lee, rest his soul, man. The guy gave a great performance before. I mean, it's tragic what happened to him. It really is because he was taken from us before he had his time to shine.
Right.
And he's so good in that movie. It's a great film. It's such a good comic book film. Um, but I'm with you. I'm going to reserve my judgment for a trailer. I love Bill Skarsgård. I think he's such a great character actor. He has
Mhm.
such an interesting presence about him that you want to see what he does next. So
Mhm.
I'm definitely there for it. I'm going to wait and see. I think FKA Twigs is in this too.
She's in that.
She's in it. I'm pretty sure I saw that in the press
Good.
notes that she's in it too. So I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I see a trailer because I don't know much else besides that they've been trying forever to make this. They really have. They've been trying forever, and I doubt it can be as bad as some of the sequels, but we'll see. Um, and Cody's not a fan of this. He's not a fan. Bradley Cooper was attached to this. You're right. Yeah, man. But I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. And what is next?
Five Nights at Freddy's from Blumhouse is going to start shooting in February. And who's the director here? Emma Tammy. And Jim Henson Creature Shop is going to do the practical effects.
So
I'm
a
excited.
funny story about this is me and Victoria were out yesterday. Jason Blum is so cryptic, and he's really good at this. He gets fans hyped up. He goes on Twitter and goes, "Incoming news, everybody stay calm." And then he doesn't tweet for like 3 hours. And everybody's assuming Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th. But there's a vocal amount of people saying it's Five Nights at Freddy's, and he's been hinting at it. And we've talked about it in the show before too. I think we
Yeah.
mentioned some of the Jim Henson stuff. But I know the following to this is crazy. People have been begging for a movie for what feels like forever. And I think the audience will show up to this because people have been begging. Chris Columbus is producing too. One of my favorite childhood directors. Wrote Gremlins and Adventures in Babysitting. Directed some of the Harry Potter stuff. So the Jim Henson part intrigues me a lot. I've never played this game. Sounds cool.
It's scary.
Yeah, that's where I am right now. I haven't played the game. Sounds cool. You say Jim Henson, I'm there. That's it. That's all I need to know.
wonder,
I love practical effects, and I think it's cool that this movie is going to have
is
it.
it going to be more so based off the very original game where you were just in the one room? Or now there's like multiple spin-offs where you can actually walk around and stuff.
Who knows? They've been working on this movie for quite some time, and I know Jason Blum said that they weren't ready to do it unless they cracked it. They really wanted to nail this movie, and everybody involved was just very passionate. So we'll see. I don't know much about the director too, but if there's any fans of the game, let us know. Gabe, what do you think, man? Have you ever played that game?
I've never played a game, but I have had friends, and I think it was kids. I think this started as a kids game. Like
Kids love it.
Yeah, kids love it. Like a very like horror for kids type video game, mobile game, because I think it started off on mobile,
I think so.
which is awesome, right? That's how you introduce kids, right? Is to like soft horror, you know, movies or video games, and then it turns into a love for horror once you grow older. So for the people that played it and are happy that they're gonna get a movie, I may maybe download a game and just check it out, just so I could see the Jim Henson puppets, because those are always cool.
Hell yeah, man! That's
Mhm.
anytime there's practical effects. I love Weta. Weta's Peter Jackson's company. Their work in Planet of the Apes and stuff, but they also do practical stuff like Krampus and then the Jim Henson Creature Shop. Anytime I see in the news that those guys are doing work, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. You know, it's gonna be cool because it's real and it's tangible. So I'm there for this. I've always been intrigued by it. I gotta play the game. I gotta see what this game's all about. 'Cause I know a lot of people love it, and I'm there for it. And Strange Monkey, what's up, man? Terrifier
Another
2.
another Terrifier 2.
That's where everyone's been.
Everybody's been watching Terrifier 2. Looks like they're loving it. They're loving it.
I wonder if
All
it's
right.
gonna make the top 5 on our news next week.
I feel like it might.
Maybe we'll see. It's in 800 theaters, which is a lot for a movie like that. 800 theaters is a damn
And
good
it's a
amount.
limited release, I
And
think.
only 1 week only. So
The closest movie theater for me to see this is like 45 minutes away, so I don't know if I'm gonna go see it.
I'll report back. I'm gonna see it tonight. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes. I didn't get much sleep last night, but we'll see if I make it through. and I'll give my thoughts. And mine will be pretty objective, I feel like, because I thought the first film was fine and fun enough, but I never really thought about it ever since. So I'm interested to see how I feel about this, and even you too, Victoria. I feel like
Well,
we're going in there pretty much in the middle.
we didn't even have tickets until I saw one marketing ploy at, I think it was a film festival, and they gave them vomit bags just for fun. But I was like, oh, I like that marketing, and then I bought the tickets.
Yeah, we were
That's
just
all
like,
it
you know
took.
what the hell? Let's
So
see
I
it.
don't think I've seen the trailer. I didn't watch anything.
The trailer intrigued me, and honestly, like the one thing I like about the first movie is how low budget it feels, how B movie it feels. So it looks to be more of the same here, and I guess we should jump right into this.
Terrifier. It's all tonight, to be honest.
This is all tonight. We got Terrifier 2, Werewolf by Night, and Hellraiser. So
Hellraiser,
it's
I'm
a
so
horror
excited
weekend.
for. Probably watch Hellraiser tomorrow night.
Most likely, we're watching Hellraiser tomorrow. Jesus Christ! I'm gonna pass it to Gabe.
Take a drink. Good Lord.
Get a drink.
He's just
Gabe, talk.
So I'm gonna definitely watch Hellraiser tonight. Not tonight. I'm sorry, tomorrow night. Werewolf by Night is also gonna be. It's also another Friday movie for me, so I'm gonna watch those two tomorrow. Terrifier, it's too far away for me to go watch it. If I would have seen it, it would probably been Saturday night. But it's like I said, it's pretty far.
Unless I convince him, maybe I convince Gabe. Maybe
Unless
it's the
you convince
best
me, but
horror movie of the year.
but also the only time I could watch Trick or Treat at the movies is Saturday at that same time at a closer movie theater to me.
Are you going?
I want to so
Should've
bad because
added
I
that
never
there.
saw Trick or Treat in the theaters. I only saw Trick or Treat.
It was never in
Yeah.
the theater.
Yeah, it was never in the
Yeah.
theater, so it was like the first time it was gonna be in the theaters, and I sort of don't want to miss that. I'd rather miss
Yeah.
Terrifier 2 than Trick or Treat.
We're going on
Right.
Saturday, I think.
We have a pretty busy weekend, so I'm going to tell you guys some things to look forward to on the channel. The shorts have been doing great, and I'm really happy that people are watching those. So tonight,
Are
you
they
will
jean
see
shorts?
jean shorts.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's shorts wearing jean shorts.
Short
I
shorts.
Tonight I will put up my Terrifier 2 reaction video. We'll see if I do a full review. I think it's going to be a ton to really try to review this weekend. So I'm going to have for sure a reaction that will be up on YouTube Shorts for Terrifier 2 tonight. At midnight, Werewolf by Night comes out, and I've been beyond excited for this since its announcement. I will have a reaction out tonight, review in the morning, and then I'm gonna wait for Victoria to watch Hellraiser. I won't try to sneak it on. I'll just
For
wait for
once.
her. And
Don't,
we will watch
don't
that.
Netflix cheat. Don't Hulu cheat.
I always do it. I do it
He
everybody.
does.
I do it, but I'm.
Do
It's
you
acting like I
do
didn't
you,
go
hold
to
on?
Avatar. He went without me.
Do you like play the movie right when you're on Netflix or Hulu? Do you play it, you finish it, and then sort of like rewind it all the way to the beginning, so that way it's like, oh, I'm just putting this
No,
on for the
if you
first
just
time?
play it all the way through, you don't have to do that. You watch the credits, watch all the people that worked on it. But yeah, we'll have content up tonight, and then I'm gonna try to review everything pretty much coming out. We have the Midnight Club out tomorrow, Mike Flanagan. So
Oh,
that's gonna. I've heard nothing, so
Oh, shit.
they've been keeping it a secret.
I love
Whatever
Mike Flanagan.
all the stuff involved in that is.
So much stuff to watch.
There's a
So
lot
little
to
time.
watch this weekend,
And
and
we're
then
seeing Trick or Treat on Saturday, Scream 2 on Sunday.
Scream 2 on Sunday. And how exciting it is for Trick or Treat to get that release, because Warner Brothers pulled it from release because of how poorly Superman Returns did.
Girl.
Studios work in weird ways. They work in strange ways.
You know, what if this movie does big for Trick or Treat, right? And then they're like, you know what? Trick or Treat 2. Let's do this.
Well, I guess we should have talked about it.
Slightly in production, a little, not really.
I believe at was it Fantastic Fest?
Probably.
Yeah, they announced that in active development they're doing Trick or Treat 2. It's an active development over at Legendary. That means nothing. It just means that they're working. There's no green light. There's nobody saying, "Here's your money, go make it," or anything like that. It just means they're having active talks and they want to see it happen. This movie has made a ton of money for Warner Brothers and Legendary on merchandise. You go to any
yeah.
Spirit Halloween, Walmart, whatever it is, Trick or Treat has
Sam is
become a
there.
phenomenon. And this is a movie that should have been in theaters. They premiered it at film festivals, telling people this is coming to theaters on Halloween. And what happened was they pulled it. And everybody's like, no, this movie's awesome. Why would they do that? Then it goes to home video and becomes this sort of cult hit. And now we're here. They're there's a chance that maybe we see a trick or treat too.
And,
So
and Spirit, you got to give Spirit the one that's really spearheaded trick or treat, because over the last 2 or 3 years, every time you go to Spirit, it's Sam this, Sam that, and Sam just all over the place.
yeah, no, it's true. I think it can make for a good sequel. I would love to see Michael Dougherty make another one. I think he's such an underrated director. Between
Too
that,
bad Quinn Lord is too big now to continue playing Sam.
it's
He's
true.
getting royalties.
You're probably
all
getting
the Sam
royalties,
merch.
all the Sam merch. We'll get Jacob Tremblay to play Sam. All right. Well, that's the show. We didn't celebrate our 500. Maybe we should have. We should have made a
Do
big
another
bash.
one.
We have 5 minutes. Let's celebrate the 500.
Woo! Everybody, congratulate yourselves, I guess.
Tuesday.
We did 500. There's no announcement for next Tuesday. I don't know who the guest is going to be. We're trying.
500 celebration.
There's some people that we reached out to that can't come on this time, but we're going to get them for my favorite Christmas movie. And that's it. I'll give a final update on my favorite horror movie Saturday with what it's going to be.
I believe live show is on Wednesday next week.
It is.
It is. Live show will be on Wednesday next week. And I don't think I'm going to have to work it out because it's also there's also something else I got to do that day, which I'll talk with Gabe after the show about. Wait, no, actually, just kidding. We're doing the live show. We'll do the live show Wednesday. No issues. Obviously, Halloween comes out next Thursday. It's all good.
Going to Horror Nights.
And we're going to Horror Nights.
In LA.
Yes. So we will be gone. But man, I want to thank you guys for people that tune in to us and help us get past the hurdles that we've gone through and just getting bigger and better. And it feels good. It feels good to have that recognition and people that enjoy watching our content. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you to everybody who watches us and supports us, and is always in here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and just really appreciate that support.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited. I also should say I wrote this on Facebook. We've destroyed within the first week of October all past sort of viewership numbers. So by the end of this month, we should be somewhere very big, like a big record. And I think I never would have imagined we've gone this far with this sort of set up an audience, but we have. And it feels good, man. So thank you all who tune in every week that you do and help make this show awesome. And hopefully we have bigger things in the future with some really cool guests and provide even better content for you guys.
Yeah.
So I have that's it for me. Gabe, do you got anything to add before we start signing off?
No, just everybody enjoy your Spooktober. Enjoy all the horror treats that we have coming to us the entire month long. So
we do, yeah. There's a ton of things coming out. Go see a movie. Go to the theater. I guess go see Bros. I mean, Billy Eichner, he needs
Someone
it, man.
has to.
Somebody's gotta. Be a bro. That'll do it for us at Flopbuster. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. And tune in tonight. I mean, there's going to be some videos up on the channel and then in the morning as well. So it'll be a full weekend of cool content. And I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight, and we will see you next time.